What is up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time, rounding out our Hasbro Marvel Legends Avengers Puff Adder Wave series of figures. 7 figures in the wave. We've gone through 6 of them, and it's brought us to this, number 7. This is Ultimate Captain America. And we're going to see, but it's quite possible that this might be the best figure in the wave, but maybe not. We'll have to see. First look, as far as appearances, it looks like it may very well be, but we'll have to do a little deeper dive and got to peel back the onion, so to speak. But anyhow, you see the digital render on the front with the artwork behind it, the Avengers logo down at the bottom, as well as the other logo there at the top. Looking at the side, there's Puff Adder, and all of the figures required to build him. As I stated, 7 figures in the wave, but 6 are required to build. We've gone through Molecule Man, Baron von Strucker, Yelena Belova, Wonder Man. The Orb was our latest review, and of course we kicked off this series with Extremis Iron Man, which does not come with the Build-A-Figure part and is unrequired to build Puff Adder. Other side, we have artwork of Ultimate Cap, as you can see there. Turn to the back, there's another digital render of Captain America, and we see the head for Puff Adder, which is the last piece we'll need to build the figure there. And then of course we see on the other side the accessories that come with Ultimate Cap: a head and a set of fists. Going back to the front, take a look one final time because we're about to get this party started. Ultimate Cap comes with the head to build Puff Adder, and this is the last piece, so you know the next video we'll be putting him together and seeing what's the what with him. Here are those fists that come with Cap, molded in a red, and you already see it's got the horizontal hinges. Captain America wouldn't be Captain America no matter what universe he's from without the iconic shield, which we get here. Painting looked nice, pretty metallic looking. Of course, then on the flip, we saw the good, and now we're looking at the bad. We get that old clip system. And I've been very fortunate. All of the Captain Americas that I have, and I do have all of them, which includes the ones that have this clipping system. I haven't broken any yet. I can't lie to you, some of them do have stress marks on them, so I've been very fortunate. And finally, we get an additional head sculpt. That's something. We got fists and a head sculpt, an additional one. This a neutral head sculpt, and it does look pretty good. My A looks fine on this, so yeah, I'm pleasantly pleased. I'm pleased. And here we've got Ultimate Cap on our base, and at first glance I could tell you straight up he looks great. Basically a new sculpt. The chainmail is different from any other Cap that you've seen. The pinless elbows, pinless knees. This is a very nice looking figure. So from an aesthetic standpoint, this looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to take it off the base and see what's the what with the articulation and other details. So now we've got our Ultimate Cap looking down on us, but yeah, got him kind of up close. And I already have one caveat. You can't see it off screen, but my ankles on both feet, both legs are loose. So standing is eventually, I think, going to become problematic, at least with this figure. Hopefully that isn't consistent with other figures, and I was just the unlucky one to get loose ankles. The rest of the figure appears to be tight. But yeah, my ankles are kind of loose. Anyway, that's one thing. But looking at the head sculpt of Cap as he came out of packaging, he's got the gritting teeth, so he's got the angry look. And this is what I'm talking about. I think it should be standard that we get a neutral head and we get a gritting tooth or angry head for when you put him in action poses. It shows that he's exerting himself, and I say that should be standard on all the characters. You know what I'm saying? As far as accessories, yeah, at least one additional set of hands, and a neutral head sculpt, and a gridded face head sculpt. And, that should be standard no matter if the character comes with something additional like a shield or a hammer or blast effects that should become also, with energy blasting characters or something like that. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Anyway, you've got that nice head sculpt, and mine looks very nice. The A is painted nicely. It's not really sloppy. It's a little sloppy at the top of my A, but you have to really look. I'm investigating to see that. So just having it on your shelf, you're not going to really notice anything like that. It just looks great. The face looks absolutely great with the gritting teeth. Digital print is doing wonders for these figures now. As far as the rest, is molded in the blue, and we've got that nice chainmail. My star on the chest is there's some paint that it could have used another coat, but it still looks pretty decent. On his shoulder pads, he's got the red, the emblem with the star, and the paint work on my star it could be better. Both sides there. Other than that, looks pretty good. You see on the side of his torso, it's of a gray color there. Both sides. Of course, he's got the red and the white stripes for his lower torso, and they look pretty good front and back. The star on the back is fine, so I'm happy about that. He's got the nice belt. The belt actually has some paint on the buckle, so the buckle is painted silver. The belt itself is molded in a dark caramel kind of brown, and he comes equipped. He's got patches. With patches and patches. He's got a nice patch, not a patch, but we'll call it a fanny pack, but it's something to put supplies, maybe medical supplies. And he comes with a canteen. That's pretty cool right there. It would have been nice if the canteen had the straps holding the canteen in would have had some paint, but I digress. We know what it is with Hasbro. The lower half, the legs, molded in blue, and then of course you got the red boots, which would have been nice if the laces would have been painted some color. But once again, it is what it is. In terms of the articulation, Ultimate Cap's head is on a ball hinge. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. He can get a little bit of attitude there. He can 360 it. He can get his arms to do the 90. Be very careful because the emblem there tucks under the shoulder there, clavicle there. You could possibly scrape some paint off. 360 around, bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. Pretty tight mines are, but still nice. Seamlessly sleek looking. He's got the swivel for the wrist, and on his left hand, he's got the horizontal hinge. His right hand, he's got the vertical hinge, and it's a grasping C grip hand. As far as his torso, he's got a diaphragm, so it's not going to be the best. In fact, he can barely get anything going forward. Going back, not much better. You can get lean with it, rock with it side to side, and you can rotate 360. And is that all he's got? Yeah. Sometimes some of these figures actually come with two points of articulation, not this go around. He can spread his legs, his hips that far out. He can lift his legs almost 90 degrees forward, and he gets a pretty decent amount going back. He's got the thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. Gotta love that. He's got a boot cuff. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up, not far up at all, not much. He gets some. He does have ankle pivot, loose for me. And of course, holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here I've got Cap with his shield and one fist. His left hand has got he's brandishing the fist in his left hand, and I've got him holding the shield via the peg portion and not the clip. And one thing is I can tell you also is this is one of the bigger shields, so that's pretty good. Sometimes we get saddled with smaller discs that are supposed to be the shield, and it's kind of, unrealistic as from a visual standpoint. But this looks good. This is the size the shield should be, so I'm liking that. And here I've got Ultimate Cap back on the rotating base with both fists now, and I've got his shield plugged into the peg hole that he has in his back that's just below the star back there. So you can, of course, have Cap transport his shield this way, somehow suspended with the power of his telekinetic mind, I guess. No straps or anything like that. But, this is how it goes down. Gotta love that part anyway. Taking a height measurement for our Ultimate Captain America. Our guy is standing right at 6.5 inches tall. Now for some comparisons, what we have here on our left, Cap's right, is the original, the first Ultimate Captain America we ever received. This was way back in the Toy Biz days. This was from Series 8, and they had not yet begun doing Build-A-Figures at this point. So, yeah, you see also that Toy Biz, they were true 6-inch scale. You see how short this Ultimate Cap is, and but you see the wash and everything on the figure. They used to give us that. They were known for that, even though they were anatomically speaking left a lot to be desired. And they had the articulated fingers, they had articulated toes, and his shield is being suspended not from a peg, but it actually has stretchy, like bungee style wrappings to put around Cap's shoulders to carry his shield with. So you've got that going on. And now on our right, Cap's left, you see it, the Marvel Legends, the Hasbro version of Marvel Legends. And we have Ultimate Captain America. I never took him out of packaging. All this time, never took him out of packaging. He's pristine. This was from the infamous Hit Monkey series during the small Build-A-Figure era for Marvel Legends. This wave consisted of Archangel. It had Hyperion and the Sentry, and it had She-Hulk, both different She-Hulks. Even though when they came out, they never released the other She-Hulk, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they did that a few times where they would have variants or running changes, and those running changes ran out. But there you have it. You have Ultimate Captain America, the first Hasbro Marvel Legends version of Ultimate Captain America on our right, and of the very first Ultimate Captain America period on our left from Toy Biz. Here we have Ultimate Cap with all of the figures from this wave. We've previously reviewed all 6 figures from before Cap, and here we are. So looking real nice there. So we're gonna sound them off. Starting at our left, we've got the Molecule Man. We have Yelena Belova behind her. We've got Wonder Man next to him. We've got Extremis Iron Man next to him. We've got the Orb. And in front of the Orb, we have Baron von Strucker. And of course, they're all enveloping Ultimate Captain America. A very, very solid wave indeed. I'm loving what I'm seeing there. We started off this year pretty nicely with this wave. I'm very pleased and excited for what's coming down the line. So we'll see. Anyway, this still doesn't end it all. We still have Puff Adder to build and to talk about, and that's who we will do next. So I'm going to leave it like that and say, to sum it all up, this is a very excellent wave. Captain America. I had posed the question, is this the best figure of this wave? Arguably, yes. It's going to be personal preference. In terms of the articulation, he's got great articulation with the exception of the torso. that could be better. You can barely get anything going on in terms of crunching forward or even back with the torso. The figure itself, though, aesthetically looking, is just banging. It's all of that. But yeah, it's it's a very nice figure, and with the exception of that torso articulation, the articulation is very nice. We've got basically an all new sculpt. We've got pinless joints, both knees and elbows. And yeah, also caveat for me was my ankles are a little loose, but the feet are large enough that it actually compensates for it. So I don't have any real complaints there. So this is pretty cool. Like I said, I'll end it right there in terms of the review like this. So I'll leave with this. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. You want to be notified for the next time I upload another video, which will be for the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure. So stay tuned for that. Hit that bell, and so notified you shall be. On behalf of Ultimate Captain America and the Puff Adder wave as a whole, this is the Ruckus leaving you with this. Remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.